A minute, please. All right, let's quickly have our lecturer in the house because I think he has a lot of things to do. Yeah, let's quickly have our lecturer in the house. So let me quickly call on Mr. Abdulazeez Issa. Mr. Abdulazeez Issa. So he's going to be talking about after UTME, what next? Preparing for admission and future beyond exam. After UTME, like after the exam, you know, when Mr. Abdulhakim was saying, he was telling us the common mistake we should avoid during the UTME. So Mr. Abdulazeez Issa is going to tell us that after the exam or when you're done with your UTME today, what next? Preparing for the admission, preparing yourself for admission and preparing yourself beyond the exam. So let me just quickly read Mr. Abdulaziz's profile. Okay. Mr. Abdulazeez Issa is a lecturer at Federal College of Agriculture, Ibadan, the first agricultural institution in Nigeria and West Africa. He's an educator, author, and a brand consultant. He is committed to promote truth, good governance, and active citizenship among learners. With over a decade of experience in teaching and mentorship, Mr. Abdulazeez helps learners discover, develop, and deploy their purpose while advocating for better governance and functional education. He is the author of this inspiring book, How It Began, the story of pain and gain, which captured the transformative life experience and valuable lessons for young mind navigating the life journey. Through the optimized social media presence, Mr. Abdulazeez empowers individuals to unlock opportunities on digital platforms, offering guidance in personal and corporate brands. His purpose statement reflects his unwavering dedication to search for relevant knowledge, imparting knowledge, and lead a truthful life through education and continuous learning, so that people in the world can be motivated to live in a principled, balanced, and fulfilling life. Permit me to call up again Abdulazeez Issa. Thank you so much for having you on Brasa.
Hello, family. Hello, family. Good morning. 5 minutes to afternoon. So I will say good morning, afternoon, everybody. I'm so excited. So excited. I wish I can show my video. I have intention of showing my video, but 15 minutes ago, NEPA took light. So I wouldn't want to show my face, and after some time, I start sweating. So I hope we can hear me, please. All right, I want to believe with that we can all hear me. All right, thank you. Thank you, Growth Minded Educators Academy, for putting this together. Thank you, Mr. Majid, the Optimist. Okay, please, can we hear me?
Yes, all I can hear you, Colin.
Thank you. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. Thank you, Growth Minded Educators Academy, for putting this exciting and educative program together. Thank you, Mr. Majid, the Optimist. Thank you, Mr. Abdulazeez Adedeji, the flipped classroom expert. Thank you, Mr. Oliver Brown. I start with you. Beyond success, be legendary. Any foolish person can be successful, but to be legend, you have to be visionary. Thank you so much. Thank you, Miss Peace Emmanuel, the optimism surgeon. That's so incredible. I love the name. And thank you, Mr. Suleiman Abdulhakim. I salute you, sir. Thank you, dear listeners, for your attention and time. We believe you have traded your attention, energy, and time for something that is worthwhile. All right, let me quickly rush into this. And my topic is, after UTME, what next? Preparing for admission and your future beyond the exam. All right, before I start, please don't try to take plenty of notes because you are going to do a lot of that after your admission. Sure, you get the point. So what I'm going to be saying, just pick actionable strategies that if what I am going to be saying in the next few minutes, you don't see anything that is applicable, don't bother to write anything. So you should be taking a look for 3 things, do's, what you should do moving forward. Number 2, what you should stop doing after listening to this session. And number 3 is what you need to know more about. Now, they say something, but you are not sure, you are not clear about it, then seek more clarity. Be curious. So these are the 3 things you should be picking out from my session. What should you start doing? What should you stop doing? And what should you inquire? Now, after your UTME, you are going to fall in either of these 3 categories. The first categories are those that are going to make their cutoff mark for their desired courses, and they are going to be given admission for that same courses. Let's say, for example, you put in for medicine and surgery, and the cutoff mark for medicine and surgery in the institution you applied for is, say, 280, and you have like 290 or 300, and you are given the admission. That's the first set of people. The second category are those that will be given a different course from what they have desired. For example, you put in for linguistic, and you are given, let's say, social studies, or you are given something like, let's say, counseling education. So either because you have a lower score that you couldn't get your desired course, there are some that will even have a score that is higher than the desired course, yet they will be given a different course. So unfortunately, we are in Nigeria. So this is another category. You are given admission, but the course you are given is different from your desired one. That is second category. And the third category are those that wouldn't gain admission at all. Maybe because they couldn't meet up the minimum cutoff mark for the course, or even 180 or 160, as the case may be in some other schools. Or you may even have more than the required cutoff mark, and to the reason best known to the institution, you still couldn't get admission. So this is another category. So I will be giving strategies for each of these categories. For the first category that will be getting admission. Yes?
Scoring 280 above in jam. So I'll come last person first before.
All right.
I'm so sorry about that. I'm not sure. Yes, you can continue, sir. I don't know, you mistakenly left his mic.
Have I been audible and energetic?
Yeah. Yes, you have been, sir.
I wish I could show my face. I wish for this NEPA. Kai. All right. Okay. Okay. So after mentioning those 3 categories, so what are the strategies that each of these category of people can use? The first one is those that are going to get admission for their desired courses. The first thing you should do is to get a mentor. Immediately you see you have been offered admission to study agricultural economics, social science courses like politics, medicine, or whatever that you put in, computer science that you have put in for, and that is what you got. The first thing that should come to your mind is getting a mentor. Get a mentor in that school, in your department, so that they are going to take you through their experiences. You don't need to start clearing your own road again. They are going to take you through a clean road. Their experiences, their mistakes, their successes, their challenges, they are going to let you know. Then outside the department, let's say you are someone that has a flair for technology, and your course of study is business administration. So you have another guy in engineering or computer department, ICT, that is the name in the school or about ICT. Get closer to that person to mentor you in that area that you have flair for ICT. Let's say you are somebody who loves leadership and yes, leadership. And there's another person in economics, Department of Economics in 400 level, who is a good leader, like who have the charisma, the skill set, the expertise for leading. Get closer to the person to mentor you. So you can get more than a mentor on different areas that you have a flair for. Then your lecturers, any lecturer that you see is going to upgrade you based on maybe you share the same kind of personality, the way to model after, get closer to them and get a mentor. That's number one. Number two is what we call skill stacking. Stacking is when you have a book, you put another book on top, you put another, you put another. That is stacking. Now, skill stacking is that you are studying, let's say, for example, business administration. There are skills you need to put together to make you an exceptional or extraordinary business administration student beyond the regular students. Let's say, for example, you need to take certifications online on marketing and sales, business law and ethics, data analysis, Microsoft Office suites, etc. That are going to make that your business administration course that you study, to make you different beyond what other students are just doing. You gather certifications, you gather experiences. That is what is called skill stacking, internship and all. So it is easy just for your course. Just thank God we are in the era of AI. Just prompt your Meta AI on your WhatsApp or your ChatGPT and say, okay, I'm studying medicine. What are the skills I need to stack to as a medicine and surgery student? You are going to see that then you work towards them, different certifications, the skills, the internship, and all that you need to get. That is the point two. Then the third one, I'm going to send a resource after my program. Is going to contain these 20 tips to become an enviable student. Is a program, a webinar I organized in 2022, and I shared 20 tips to become an enviable student. The kind of student that other students are going to say, what? Are we attending the same school? You are doing a lot, and at the same time, you are topping the class. So I'm going to share the resource. That's for those you'll be given admission to study the course of your desired course. Now, for the second, those that will be given a course that is different from what they have put in. The first thing is you should reject the course if you have a compelling reason to do so. You are the kind of person that is always talking about educational reforms, making a global change when it comes to education. So are you putting for, let's say, education, a course that is related to education policy? That is what you put in for in your JAM. Then you are giving, let's say, food science. So that is not related to your vision, your purpose at all. Since you have a compelling reason, because your purpose in life is more than the course you are studying. So the course you are studying in school is a fraction of your purpose, your bigger vision. So in the next 4 years, you'll be done with you will be done with the course in the next 5 years, but you still have many years to live if God wish. You can live for as long as 60, 70, 80. And what you study in school can actually affect, according to what Ms. Oliver Brown has said before, it can change the trajectory of your life. So if you have a compelling reason to do so, if you are given a different course that you don't know how to navigate or how to connect with your vision, reject it and prepare for the next JAM. Now, if you don't have any reason to reject, you don't even have knowledge about purpose, you don't know what vision is, you don't even, maybe you have been writing JAM, this is the 4th time. you have been making 100, 90, 110, 120. And this time around, you say 181. And you are giving a Greek. Your own situation is different because you don't even have a compelling reason to say you reject the course in the first place. So accept the course, because it's not everybody that is going to, we all have capacity to be visionary, but we just need to say the reality. We all cannot be visionaries. So, and you have seen this education as a means to escape poverty, though that is a lower version of reason, a lower frequency of reasoning, but notwithstanding, lower version of reasoning is better than no reasoning. If that is your situation, accept the Agric, but accept the Agric with what? Embrace it wholeheartedly. Study the Agric, no discrimination, saying that next year I will not take another JAMB. I will not go and say the English you want to study, sir. Do you know what you want to use it for? Do you have vision for it? Do you have purpose, direction, trajectory, projections? No. So focus on the Agric, except you are ready to go on a journey of purpose discovery. I'm a purpose person and all. So you need to hear purpose more and more. So when you embrace the course, please embrace it wholeheartedly, attend conferences, all the programs that is related to the course that you have accepted. Let's say in the auditorium, all these inaugural lectures, anytime new professors from your department or faculties are presenting lectures, go there. Go for extra internship, extracurricular activities that are related to your course. And then the same thing I told those that are giving their course of their dream, that is, get a mentor. You also do that. You stack skills around that course that you are giving. Baba, don't deceive yourself, saying when you are done with 4 years course, you will start another one. It's, if not with a kind of a rebellious mindset, you cannot do that too. Talking about the time, finance, the Nigerian situation and all. Don't deceive yourself. If you have accepted any course, embrace it wholeheartedly. Fall in love with it by fire, by force. If the course does not fall in love with you, you fall in love with the course. All right, the third category of people who will not be given admission, there is no way they cannot give admission to everybody. Whether you have lower score or you have the score, but you are not still giving admission. So for those that have lower score, attending course and programs like this is one of the key ways to find out. Now, find out realistic steps to provide solutions to why you have low score. Didn't I study? Mr. Abdulhakim have given us different strategies on how to study well and different mistakes. Go to that. Please, Mr. Abdulhakim, I will plead you to give us the slide. Please, I will plead you to give us the slide so that they can read through and check. Every time they want to read, they will check the list. Oh, these are the things I need to do. These are the things I need not to do. Thank you so much. I wish I want to believe you've accepted that plea. All right, then you should know the reason. Go back to the drawing board and ask, why did I fail? Then go and prepare for another exam. Then for those that have good score and are not given admission, make your research as to why you are not offered admission. Do you know there are things like catchment areas? For example, in the University of Ilorin in Kwara State, there are catchment areas, especially those states in the North Central, like Kogi State, like Abuja. So they have catchment areas that if you are an indigene of those states, you have more chance of gaining admission than some from other places, maybe due to their historical relationship with the state or the school. There's what they call, thank you so much, sir, Mr. Abdul Hakim. Yes, The slide will be made available to you. Will be made available for you people. Now, you should know why the catchment area, maybe it's the catchment area, your state is not in the catchment area, and so your propensity to get admission may be affected by that. What is the course competitiveness? The competitiveness of that course in that school, because in different schools, there are courses that are more competitive than one another, even though there are some general courses that in all schools, even in the world, they are competitive. So check, is this school, there is competition for this course, and so why, even if I want to be picking the school again, what are the things that will give me an edge in this competition? Ask yourself, is it wrong subject combination for this school? Because every school, they have their subject combination. Every course you want to do is not having the same subject combination in every school, though it can be close or almost in many of the schools. So you have to go to the school portal, speak to somebody, and get first-hand direct information. Let me quickly, this 1 minute story. When I was applying for admission in 2016, so I was using a small button phone, techno phone, but I was following the news of University of Ilorin with the small phone. I've read all three their portals that are those that are not in school. You know, there are some that if you don't log in with your school matric number, you can't. But everything that is accessible to everybody, I've read everything. I follow their news every day. As a matter of fact, I wouldn't have known I've gotten admission because the school said officially in November that no admission is coming again. But me, I still keep checking. And the funny thing is that I got my admission on 27th of December, when the school have already announced in December that they've released the last batch, because I'm always checking with my smartphone. If not, I wouldn't have gotten admission that year, because if I had followed, because I mean, I'm always checking. Or with my smartphone or button, I just see that thing with green, this thing that day. I usually see red. You have no offer admission, red. That day I just see that turn to green. What is this thing that is plenty? I wish you can see my face. All right, but NEPA, you do this one. Then I see this green thing, you have been offered admission to study the December 27, people have resumed school since October. Then I started packing it. So this, you should make research as to why you didn't get the admission and then prepare for just AI is there. Ask if I have my desired, I have my cutoff mark, let's say 260, and the course I want to study is 220. I didn't gain admission, ChatGPT. What are the possible things that could cause that? There are things I cannot tell you here. ChatGPT will give you 20 reasons, 20 things you need to check too. Then you'll be clicking, okay, this one, okay, I know about this, I don't know about this. So you pay attention to them while you are prepared. Then your propensity, your probability. Yes, we know that you have possibility of getting admission, but thinkers go beyond possibility to probability. So you now say, okay, what's the probability of getting admission? So that is when you make research, more research. Now, that is for the third category of people. Now, general advice, let me quickly round up before they tell me 20 seconds more. General advice to everybody, whether you are going to gain admission for your desired course, or you'll be given another course, or you will not gain admission at all. This is the general course. Discover yourself. Know who you are. The first step to self-discovery is awareness about yourself, your personality. Know who you are. Don't go and be doing another course, a course that is against, just like what Ms. Oreva is saying, playing in your genius zone. Look at her, I'm speaking passionately. This is what I've been doing for more than 15 years, even since when I was in primary school. So, like, when you are your genius, you flow, you are happy, you do stuff, you get the point. So you should know yourself before you even put in for any course. No, though not everybody can do that. Human beings want to learn everything, we want to know everything, and we try to know it, but we are afraid to know ourselves. Yes, we are afraid to know ourselves. So I know there are cowards, but I want to believe those of you on this call, for taking the step of coming here to come and learn, I believe you guys are courageous. Please have the courage to know yourself, discover yourself, know your personality, and use that information to channel what course to study and see the wonders here. You will see this person is doing so much. He's in politics, he's in journalism, he's in football, in school, he read, and he still graduated as the best writing student. Baba, not be by a book, not be by brilliance alone. The person is playing in his genius, just like Mr. Abdulazeez Adedeji. The overall best writing student, the highest password that's ever produced, 4.91. Do you know what that means? 4.91 out of 5 that the school has ever produced is because he's played in his genius. Even in that, he's still training teachers as undergraduate, 300 level students, 200 level training teachers of 20 years experience. You cannot do that by just intelligence. You do it when you are playing in your genius. Now, you use tools like systempersonality.com. It's free, and ask. They are going to give you some questions about yourself that you can't think about. In 10 minutes, they are going to give you the analysis of your strengths, your weaknesses, what you need to do, the possible career path you can go. Systempersonalities.com. You will see it in the resource I'm going to be dropping. The link I'll be dropping after my session. Do that. Then the second general advice is that seek admission with clarity of purpose, compelling vision, problem solving in mind. Mr. Reva Brown has said this. You are not seeking admission for a job. You are going to school to create, even in 100 level, 200 level. You are going there to create. We are not seeking job. It's not every lecturer that they call on calls like this to come and present stuff. People have been teaching, lecturing 20 years. Nobody has ever called them to speak on anything. It's because me, I'm playing in my genius. I am doing my work beyond just getting salary. I'm doing my work with clarity of purpose, with compelling vision, with problem solving in mind. I am creating. When you come in the next year, I would have created a course. I would have done something that is different. I always say, it will always be better to meet me tomorrow, because by tomorrow, I would have been better than today. You can only do this when you have clarity of purpose, compelling vision, problem solving, and you want to create in mind. Don't go to school for a job. Baba, no job anywhere. If you see somebody that is saying your uncle is in Abuja, you will get a job after 4 years. Your uncle can die the next 4 years before you finish. Your uncle may have got into one problem and they will say, okay, he's no more working. No job. If you get job, congratulations. If you don't, have creation in mind. Even by the time you are offered job after graduation and you have a lot of creations, you don't have time for job. You get the point. Now, for general advice, get or follow teachers, leaders, influencers, entrepreneurs who are change makers, who are intellectual rebellion. I hope you are taking note of this point. Yay. Who are change makers, intellectual rebellion, radicals, disruptive mindset. They are not thinking like the ordinary people, because if you want to achieve extraordinary, you need to also have extraordinary actions in place. So, and you can't learn this by yourself. You have to see people doing it. Teachers that you see around, leaders online, influencers online, entrepreneurs that you see around, who are change makers, who are not just living to just take care of their family and buy car. Is that the only thing you can do in the world? What? Just buy car, and when you are rich enough, you travel abroad for 2 months vacation at the beach or something in Panama. That's the only thing you want to use with the God gift. That's foolishness of the highest order. No, you should follow people with intellectual rebellion, people that are change makers, that are radicals, that are disruptive in their mindset, especially online. That TikTok, follow disruptors. Don't just be playing around. If you are playing around, Baba, you will be successful, but you won't be legendary. You won't be legendary. You can have money and buy a few stuff and be saying, congratulations, me, I bought car. House is the only thing you can do with all of the God's gifts that dwell in you. That's foolishness of the highest order. Now, another second to the last advice generally, for those that are 25 years and above, if you are 25 years and above, and you are going for your first degree, I will recommend you go for part-time study instead of full-time. This is why. By the time you get in other level, average people you are going to see there, they are 16, 17, 18, highest 19. That's the average. You are 25. You are almost like 6, 7 years older than your mate. So the network will not be as strong. You want to be networking with kids that are still breastfeeding. You get the point. So go for part-time so that you have chance to connect with people of your age who are thinking at the same frequency as you. You have chance to make money, because at this time, 25 years, even if your parents are kind enough to still be feeding you at 25, you know you have 4 or 5 years to study in school. By 26, they will give up. 27, they will give up. 28, 29, 30, they will give up on you. So that means making money, you have to put making money in consideration. So have making money, networking with the people that will be thinking at the same frequency in mind, and you can not get that in regular day school with children and with Peking, so you can't, Baba. So even marriage is also in your mind. Do you want to go and marry 16, 17 years old girl? Or especially if you're a lady, you want to marry 19 years old when you're already 26? That they want to play. You have played, you've made your mistake. They are just starting their mistakes. So this is the reason why I'm recommending that if you are 25 years and above, go for part-time study. Go for part-time study. Now, lastly, HND and first degree, that is BSc discrimination in opportunities. Do anything you can do to go for first degree, university. If you do not have the opportunity, you cannot go polytechnic college that offers OND and HND. But let me tell you, there is discrimination in Nigeria. HND and BSc. They don't want to hear you study 4 years, BSc. HND is 5 years. You firstly do 2 years of OND, then 1 year for industrial training. You now come out another 2 years for HND. They don't want to hear. They don't want to hear. If you have HND, you can't lecture. Except you go and get PGD and some other additional this thing. If you like, get 100 from 100 level of your HND to AND to HND, 100. You can't lecture in Nigeria. Maybe in private institution, I don't know, but in public institution, you can't lecture. And there are some other opportunities that from even pay. You will not hear this outside. Polytechnic, they have technical this thing. They have practical, everything. Okay, we know. But instead of going that polytechnic that they have, why don't you go for school that is university, but they have good practicals, appliances and stuff? You get the point. Thank you so much. I'm going to be sharing the resources with the organizers, and you will see disruptive mindset from things, talks from John Obidi, talks from Dr. Olakunle Soriran. My book, How It Began, you are going to see the link to download it for free. 20 tips to become an enviable student. You see there, and the link for systempersonalities.com. Thank you so much, and God bless you. I'm so excited. My day is blessed. My week, my month, but this year is blessed. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Issa, thank you very much. This session is we really appreciate your presence, sir. Talk about what UTME, and we really enjoyed your section. You taking us to the present and you taking us to the future, telling us about the present and telling us about the future. And one thing which I really quote from your word is, in everything that you do, you should always get a mentorship. That means even though if you want to do a particular course, you should get a mentor who has been in that particular field. Then we can also be mentored. So it won't look kind of difficult, like from the way people do say that mathematics is difficult and You see people, when you tell them that you studied mathematics, and people will be like, shame me, the kind of mentality. So thank you so much, sir. We really, really appreciate. Thank you so much, sir. In order not to waste much of our time,